Hi guys, Boltsauce here again and welcome back to some more Wargame Red Dragon tutorial videos. This one I'm going to show you guys how to do an urban warfare, and yeah, in this one I fought against like 400 or 500 reserve units and about 100 Li Jian 90s with you know, just a handful of units every time. But there are a few basic rules that I always follow to make sure that I actually win in these. Like you cannot always make sure, but you know, your chance of winning when you follow these tips is like 80 or 90%. So rule number 1 when I'm fighting a urban warfare is watch your flanks. I'm not even talking about the west or the east flank of the map, but more about the flanks of your infantry. For instance, this group of Jaeger is fighting off these Jubeigees in the north. Meanwhile, there's a squad, or like 60 of these Jubeigees, 4 squads on the west side of these Jaegers, so they are kind of in the middle of a huge group here. I do have Jaegers in these buildings, but against 60 guys, they won't be they won't be able to hold off for too long. So if you're in this situation, just fall back with your units, and right at this moment you can go with rule number 2. Napalm is your only friend. So I immediately bring Napalm, as you can see, with a Mirage 111C, the French napalmer, or the American one, I don't know, they both use it. So I basically use this guy to block off that entire left side of these Jaegers so that these guys can only fight in the north here. So this is a perfect situation for my Jaegers. They are only fighting off in the north. They don't have to worry about the west side because there's just fire on the west side. These guys have to fall back, and they cannot move through this area for like a minute. So perfect opportunity for my Jaegers to finish off this group until the fire goes away. Rule number 3, and one of the most important rules, is to keep your infantry supplied. And as you can see, I fall back here because the enemy units are being taken care of by the Panzer Grenadiers. But at least they are, you know, keeping them busy, so I can just rearm all of these. And the groups of Jaegers that were 8, you know, turned out to be 20 again. And if I had a little bit more supplies, I would have like a force of around 80 Jaegers ready to go. But this is very important in urban warfare. Like, you can see that the enemy does not have any supplies with him, and that played a huge role in my victory here. I just supply them and move them up again into the battle. And if one squad is being damaged, I just move that back and bring up a healthy squad to the front. And once that's damaged, I just move that back and move another healthy squad, vice versa. And now you can see rule number 2 kick in again. Napalm is your best friend. These guys, a squad of what was 40, is being reduced to nothing. And it also blocks off that entire left flank of my infantry force, which puts these guys, or which makes these guys totally useless. And he could have really used these second group of 36 reserve units, and these guys just have a field day of killing all of these. As you can see, the Jubeigees 36 are just they just have to wait for the fire to clear out. Would be pretty horrible for them to be able to move up. These Jaegers would probably die, and I don't have a lot in the back. And this brings me actually to rule number 4, I believe. One of the most important rules is to keep reinforcing. Sometimes, like in this case, I do have some reinforcements on the way, but sometimes I'm just focusing on a battle so much that I actually forget to buy new units. And at a certain point in this battle, I had like 300 points left, and I had no reinforcements on the way. So yeah, very important to just keep calling out reinforcements if you're in a battle like this. At this point, the enemy has a crap load of reserve infantry, like right there. They have 36, or he has 36 Jubeigees. He has some Jubeigees in the front, but they're slowly being taken care of. Now he's moving over to flame infantry, and as you know, Li Jians are horrible. These are the Li Jian 90s. They're the most elite Li Jians with the FHJ-84 napalm launcher, and it actually does more damage than Spetsnaz. So this is a horrible situation for my Jaegers to be in. And these Fang Hao Bing guys, the 39-man group, has napalm launchers, or flamethrowers I should say. And yeah, this is a horrible situation for my Jaegers to be in. So what I do is just fall back with these group, or with this group here. Move up a Jaeger group of 30 to try to do some damage to these Fauhau Bings. But immediately they just wreck my Jaegers, so I just move them back, I believe. I'm actually holding them in the front. So here's where rule number 2 kicks in. Instead of napalm, I bring in a normal bomber, I believe. Nope, still napalm. Napalm is your best friend in an urban warfare. And I like to fight fire with fire. So these Legion 30s, before they get in the building, I decide to napalm the hell out of them and deal with those guys once and for all. I immediately move my Jaegers out, and they are safe, and these Legions are burning. As you can see, 24 left, and I also bring out a bomber to deal with the rest. And it's only 1 Legion left. So that's also very important in an urban warfare. Make sure you use your planes. Like, only infantry against infantry will take a lot of supplies, a lot of manpower, and it will just wreck your infantry. Okay, rule number 5: use your transports. Now I am bringing up some Martyr 1A3s, which help me a lot later in the game. And these guys deal a lot of damage. They have a 30 or 20mm autocannon and some Milan F2 missiles. So they are very, very helpful in a situation like this. Again, I am resupplying my logistics truck. I'm bringing out some more, as you can see right now, to rearm these guys. And the Martyr 1A3s are actually doing a good job in suppressing these guys. I immediately unload these Panzergrenadiers before the WZs can kill my infantry. But autocannons, really big help in close combat. So, to sum this up, let's go through the tips or the rules. Watch your flanks, rule number 1. 2, use your transports. It's not in this order, but you get the idea. 3, napalm is your only friend. Supply them with body parts, and don't forget to bring reinforcements non-stop. But yeah, those are the main rules that I follow. If this was helpful, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. And I will see you guys back in the next one.